From the Brayford to the limits of the imagination. This is 107.3 FM, Siren FM.
Nice, Emily's mouthing along there to the now famous station Idents.
My favourite.
This is the American Dream Team on Siren 107.3 FM. It's Tuesday the 21st of February. These Tuesdays I say every week, but they're coming along thick and fast. Yeah. Too long before some of us are leaving. Sorry, Emily. It's very upsetting. I'm worried about it myself, to be honest. What are we going to do with that, you two third? Well, Ben will still be here.
Ben will still be here. I'll call in.
And our other third year, Jodie Orton, who is in the studio, but we might not hear from her, but she'll be here as well. So I'm not quite losing you all.
They've taped my mouth up. Help.
So in the studio this evening, I'm Jack Harrison, your host. We have, as I say, Emily Brown.
Hiya.
Hello, we have Ben Steele.
Hello.
Lily Bell returning.
Hello.
And a new guest, we have Andrew.
Hello there.
Andrew is an American Studies and History student who we'll be talking to later on about his podcast on wrestling. I am very excited about this, by the way.
Yeah, Jack has not stopped talking about it last week.
Honestly, I could not be more excited about talk about wrestling. As well as that, on the show tonight, we have the latest news and sports news. We'll be delving into the American Dream Team archives to play an interview from Andy Waplinger that we did I think it was pretty much when we first started on here on the American Dream Team. For those of you who don't know, Andy is a friend of Jodie's from Juniata College, who worked on the American TV show Weeds last summer. So it's an interesting interview with him about working in American show business and so on. We will, of course, be looking at some famous birthdays this week, some famous days in history this week, and, of course, building up to the third quarter of the Random American Quiz of the Week between Ben and Emily.
Which I really need to win to redeem myself.
You do. Otherwise, it's all on next. You've got a lot to do next week if you don't win.
Yeah, I know. So.
And, of course, the usual mix of fun and chat and good music, hopefully. Fun especially. If you want to get involved with the show, you can do so on our Facebook page, facebook.com/SirenADT107, I believe. Mm-hmm. You can also tweet us, Ben.
That's at SirenADT107.
And you can follow previous shows on YouTube.
I think, yes, we should go to the YouTube page. I think it's / the American Dream Team, but I'll have to double check that. But hopefully, if you just go online, tap it in, it should just be there, coming up. All the past episodes.
Fantastic.
With spanky slideshows and various other such things.
It's an interesting adjective for slideshows there, but still.
They're very spanky. I've worked out as well how to fade them into each other. So you'll see as each week goes by, I'll learn how to use the program a little bit better. So they'll, come from all angles. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be videos. Yeah, it's going to get better.
We're very excited about this, Sam. Very excited.
I am too, as you can tell.
Sounds like your dream project, to be honest.
It is.
You can also get involved with Siren. You can email the studio@sirenonline.co.uk. You can phone in if you really wanted to. Lincoln 837-337.
How that would be so cool if we've got a phone in.
That would be.
That would be amazing.
I will say that's the Lincoln code is 01522, just in case we do have any of our out of Lincoln listeners. Or you can tweet Siren @SirenFM. There you go.
Hey.
There's plenty of ways to get involved.
Exactly. You can't say we didn't tell you. You can't say I didn't know how to get involved in the show because there's lots of ways, as you've just seen or heard.
Force it on them.
Yeah, exactly.
You will. You will be involved. But as usual, we're going to start with the latest news from America. So, top story, probably the top story this week, is the pop star Whitney Houston has been laid to rest at a cemetery in New Jersey, a day after a star-studded funeral service. The 48-year-old was found dead at a Los Angeles hotel last week, a night before the Grammy Awards. Her funeral was attended by some of the biggest names in music on Saturday, including her cousin, Dionne Warwick, and Stevie Wonder. And during the 3.5-hour service, Stevie Wonder, Alicia Keys, and R. Kelly all performed in her memory, and actor Kevin Costner, who starred opposite Houston in the film Bodyguard, paid tribute to what he called the sweet miracle of her life. Very, very touching. Several fans also gathered at the funeral parlour to watch the golden hearse carrying her coffin leaving for the cemetery. Did you watch, Emily? No, I know you're probably the biggest Whitney Houston fan, arguably.
Well, I'd hardly call myself a fan, but I do like her tunes. But no, I didn't. I sort of, once again, followed what was happening on Twitter, because obviously everyone was talking about it.
That's the only way I found out.
The trending topics.
I thought it was a joke originally, and I was like, oh, what's going on here?
Someone else has died on Twitter. Again, oh wait, no, this one's real.
A little bit awkward.
But the funeral as well, I think all the top trending tweets were things about sort of the pastors and people that were performing, so yeah. But I didn't actually watch the event.
No.
Also in the news this week, we talked last week about US Republican presidential hopeful Rick Santorum is in the news again after he renewed his attack on Barack Obama's environmental policy, calling it political science. He claims that Obama is unwisely limiting energy production because scientists are in favour of the oil companies. And speaking on Monday at a campaign stop in Ohio, Santorum hit out at the concept of global warming and said that the president, as president, he would support the coal industry. He referred to global warming as not climate science, but political science. And he's on record as completely not believing in global warming. It's a myth, apparently.
I actually went on his I don't know why. It was 2 o'clock in the morning, and I found his Twitter, and I was just sort of, trolling the internet as you do. And I went on his page, and I was reading some of the things he said, and was it Pick Rick and all these fun things. I just got angry and had to exit in the end.
I think last week we did come out and say the American Dream Team, with all our listeners being key voters.
Yeah, exactly.
We're not going to endorse the Santorum push for presidency.
No. But I think he's an interesting chap in his views,
yes.
And I just hope that he doesn't get the top slot, really.
Well, while we're not endorsing him, despite his more colourful views and increased media scrutiny in his policies, he's seen his support rise quite significantly in recent weeks and is polling now ahead of his closest rival, Mitt Romney. Especially surprising in Michigan, where Mitt Romney was born and his father served as governor. And a defeat there for Romney could be a fatal blow to his bid for the White House. The Michigan primary is next week, and then after that, several states, including the battleground of Ohio, will hold contests on March the 6th, which is known as Super Tuesday. I think there's 9 or 10 states this year on Super Tuesday, which is all hold contests at the same time. So that'll be we'll be here for the American Dream Team. I'm sure I'll be very excited about that as well. All these exciting things coming up for me. Several Republican figures and political commentators, though, have expressed that the fact that none of the Republican candidates appear to be doing enough to sort of become an outright favourite is only harming their chances in a potential general election with Barack Obama in November. Mm-hmm. Other news, The Simpsons has reached a major television milestone with the broadcast of its 500th episode on Sunday. The animated comedy in its 23rd season, making it the longest-running prime-time scripted show on US TV, and is contracted to run for at least 2 more seasons. In the 500th episode, the cartoon family are exiled to a community of outsiders where they meet WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange. Fox TV said that Assange apparently did record his lines from the UK, where he's fighting extradition charges to Sweden over alleged sex offences, charges he denies.
I wasn't there that thing a couple of years ago. I don't know if it was just a rumour that The Simpsons was just running out of ideas for each episode. I read that, so obviously not
They're not
anymore.
allowed to run out.
No, but there was this thing everyone was sort of worried, or Matt Groening was said that he was worried they were going to run out of
No, it's
ideas.
Simpsons. Simpsons will be forever.
It's been running long enough that they can probably just about start recycling stuff, and people would have forgotten about stuff.
Or just those really, really, really old episodes that occasionally they put on, sort of redo those, but with all the new animation, and then people will just like, oh, new episode, no, old episode. Only the diehards would know.
Oh gosh.
I did see an interview with Matt Groening. Said they did have other characters they wanted to explore and stuff. So maybe that'll be the way forward. New characters and
like and maybe Lisa will turn 9.
Maybe.
And Bart will turn 11.
Not possible, surely.
Maggie might talk.
Maggie might actually become a toddler. Well, is she a toddler? No, she's still a baby. Forever children.
Another special guest will grace The Simpsons. Wait for this, Emily. With the news that Lady Gaga is to appear in the finale of the current series. We will apparently be treated to a full-on animated, this is a new one, extravaganza. Is that right? Extravaganza?
I've never heard that word in my life.
Well, that's the quote. Play on extravaganza.
Yeah, I know.
Complete with a Gaga express train, ample wardrobe changes, and a kiss with Marge, apparently.
Wow.
I'll be tuning in for that one.
Executive producer Al Jean said, for the first time in Simpsons history, we are honoured to have a show business legend who is actually younger than the show.
That's awesome.
So that's the news this week. I'm sure we will look forward to seeing Lady Gaga on The Simpsons. That will be interesting.
I'm looking forward to that. I think that'll be a fun episode.
And so it's on to the sports news with Ben.
Hello. Okay, we've got the main story at the moment, the very pun-related stuff. The Linsanity continues. Harvard sensation Jeremy Lin. All the Americans are loving all the little puns on incredible and all that.
Yeah, because I kept seeing that trending. I had no idea.
Continued having success, including Sunday night's win over the defending champion Dallas Mavericks. The run hasn't come without controversy though, because after a rare loss for the team, the New York Knicks, ESPN did run a somewhat controversial headline that included what many people consider a racial slur towards Lin and his heritage. I'm not going to repeat it, but the Asian community were not particularly happy with it. Other NBA news, we've got Oklahoma City Thunder continue to lead the way in general with their two stars, Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook, who combined for 91 of their team's 124 points in a win over the Denver Nuggets on Sunday. We then have the ice hockey, which I don't really know a lot about, to be honest, so I will just say that New York Rangers are winning the Eastern Conference and Detroit Red Wings are winning the Western Conference. Baseball, spring training has happened. It started. People are injured. People are moving teams. To be honest, if it isn't football or basketball, I don't really know what's going on. I should probably do a little bit more research.
Well, I'm sure you know actually more than we do combined.
I just sit here and nod. I'm like, oh yes,
Oh, that's very interesting.
Well, maybe we should do a sports special one week.
Oh,
really?
That's what you want, Ben?
No.
No, I'm more than happy with that. Yeah.
I'd just like to point out what Ben's currently wearing. If you follow us on Twitter,
Hello.
you'll know that he's taken my very fluffy hat and some kind of fluffy
Scarf
scarf thing. It's
Yeah.
obviously fake, I hope. And
It's a good look.
And he's sort of sitting there looking like the Queen of Sheba right now in his fur.
It
so
is
if you head over to our Twitter page, you can see this
Yeah.
phenomenon in all its glory.
Yeah.
We're a little unsure as to the reason to it. I think, he was challenged, so I don't think he wanted to turn that
I
down.
put it on and was...
And
and
said,
so-
"Oh,
and then
I should do
I
the whole show
jokingly
like
said I'll
this."
do the whole show in it, and somebody said, okay. So...
Maybe his dissertation has just finally sent him over the edge.
Yeah,
Just
that
work,
too,
you know.
that too.
This is what happens
Fluffy
to
Ben
students.
today.
So
bless him.
we will be coming back very shortly to talk to Andrew about his podcast. I cannot wait. But first, as we were talking about Lady Gaga and The Simpsons, we thought we'd have to play her.
Excellent.
It doesn't matter if you love him or capital H-I-M. Just put your paws up, 'cause you were born this way, baby.